This is how to turn your stock tank into a propane or wood-fired hot tub, and everything you'll need to do it. So if you want to go propane, you'll need one of these on-demand hot water heaters. This is one of the cheapest ones you can buy on Amazon. I picked it up for around $120. Then you'll need a couple adapters to go with it. These really cheap water heaters, you got to get an adapter because they come with proprietary thread. And there's a set of adapters, I think it's about 10 bucks to go to a 1/2-inch international pipe thread. And then you'll need another adapter to go from the 1/2-inch pipe thread to hose thread fitting. And you'll need that for the hot and the cold. I just did it on the cold and I did something else on the hot just because that's what I had. And then a set of washing machine hoses that'll just screw onto there. You'll need to use pipe dope between your adapters on here, but not where the garden hose hooks onto that adapter. And then over here on this side, you'll need a barbecue regulator, and it should come with this hose on it and a 3/8 flare adapter. And that you'll also need to use Teflon tape and pipe dope to connect to the gas fitting. Then the other thing you'll need is an irrigation pump. One of these. It comes with a hose thread already on it. You can get those at Home Depot, or Amazon has them, Harbor Freight has them, lots of places carry those. Mounting this, I just mounted mine on a piece of lumber on a hand truck so I can move it around the yard because we have people come and camp here, and we put it in different locations depending on the privacy we want with it. Move it around the yard quite frequently. But if I mounted this on the wall, probably be a little better. I also just took some pieces of sheet metal venting and made a rain cover for it and a wind cover for the sides. So hooking this up, you hook your adapters up, then you just hook it to the pump, plug the pump in, the water heater will turn on its own. It'll sense the pressure going through it from the pump, and it'll turn the gas on by itself, and you get hot water coming out. This is a 170-gallon tank. When this tank's around 40 degrees, it takes about half an hour to heat it to 104 or so, which is where I like it. As an added extra, you can add a temperature differential control, which I'll link in the description. That just plugs in, plugs into your extension cord before your pump plugs in, and you can set the temperature so that once your tub gets up to temperature, the pump will turn off on its own, and once it cools down a couple degrees, it'll come back on and maintain that temperature you set it at. That's about another 40 bucks, but it's really nice to have because you can set it and go make dinner. You don't have to worry about your tub getting too hot. The other thing is I change the water in this tub about every 3 days or so. I'm lucky I have a spring up the road and I go fill this full of spring water. But if you're worried about wasting water, the good thing about this pump is it just has a normal hose thread on it, so you can hook your garden hose to it and pump water out and use it to water your garden every time you change the water, and that way you're not wasting any of the water. Now if you want to do this on the wood fired, I'll show you the other side over here. The wood fire usually takes about 2 hours to heat it up, and I use this copper coil. This is soft copper, 1.25 inch. I got this from the scrap metal yard for about 40 bucks. You don't have to buy it new. And I sweated a male adapter onto here, into a pipe nipple, into a through hull boat fitting. Now, other people that I've seen do this, the problems that I've seen with it is, the key is you want it to come out of the bottom or the bottom side of the tub and go back in the upper part of the tub below the water level. That way, as it heats, it'll be a nice smooth convection through the coil and back into the tub. I've seen people go in above the water level, and the problem there that you have is you'll actually boil the water in the pipe, and it'll send a jet of steam out and can be very dangerous into the tub. So as long as it's below the water level in the tub, you'll get a nice even convection flow, and that'll heat your tub very nicely in about 2 hours. And you can burn your rubbish brush around town. If you have any questions, please just leave a comment in the description. And again, I'll leave a list of parts and where you can get those. All right, thanks a lot for watching.